Sometimes it's necessary to schedule events on your calendar that don't necessarily have a time associated with them. These unique types of events are called deadlines. I'm going to go ahead and schedule a deadline for October 14th. It's a deadline on that day. There is no start or end time. It's simply a notification that on this day something needs to get done. I'm also going to go ahead and leave the end date blank, and I'm going to fill in the description that this is the date that I have to do a tax filing. Because this is a high priority deadline, not something I want to miss, I'm going to do it in all caps, and I'm going to put it on a bright red field with white text so that it really shows up, so there's no way that I can miss it. The only thing I now need to do is go ahead and indicate this is a deadline. I'm now going to go into the Calendar Plus system, and I'm going to be in my calendar view. There's my bright red warning that the 14th is a deadline. As opposed to some of these other entries in my calendar, you'll note that there is no time of day associated with the deadline. It's simply on the 14th, I have an urgent deadline to complete my tax filing. I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and I can see that everything I put in is carried over very nicely. There's no attendees. There's my color. The event is noted, again, in all caps as I entered it. But because I checked off that this is a deadline, there are some special things that I can do. The first one is I can go up here to my toolbar to my List Deadlines function, and with a single click of the mouse, I can bring up a special list of just my deadlines. You'll note deadlines from past dates appearing in red, and you'll note future deadlines appearing with black text with just the red dot. Because we have checked off the box that this is a deadline, we have the option to also check off when the deadline has been completed. Here's the deadline right here that we set up for October 14th for our tax filing. And you'll note that it appears on the calendar right here. Pay particular attention to this exclamation point telling us that this is an open or an incompleted deadline. Once I have done the work and filed the taxes, I simply click the box. The exclamation point now turns into a check mark, indicating that the work that was due on this date, the 14th of October, has been completed. I can show past deadlines, or I can show this list as completed deadlines only. And obviously you also have the option to show open or incomplete deadlines only. Having made the change here in the calendar and Calendar Plus, I can go back and see my deadline here in the Ninox table, and sure enough, it's now showing as completed. So by using the deadline feature, we can track which deadlines have and have not been completed. Those deadlines are going to have the special icon right here next to the deadline itself. And because it is a deadline, we have the option to show it as complete or incomplete. And we can make sure that it shows up on our deadline list. And once it's been checked off, the red dot now becomes a green dot, telling us this deadline has been met, the work has been done.